Hello, everybody! All my fellow British! Today we are very British, for we are playing British Phoenix Wright. But we live in a world where not everyone is British, and we must enforce our national pride. Man, did I just like revive colonialism? The sun will never set on the British Empire. How's it going, everybody? I'm Manakyn. Welcome to the stream. Today we're very British because we are playing some British Ace Attorney. How's it going? Hello, Irid/Holly. How's it going? You finally caught up. I'm so glad you got the chance to come by another stream today. Hello, Dynamic Tempo. I saw you last time. I'm so glad you could join for today's stream. Yeah, we're playing some more British Phoenix Wright. Wow, that was a weird hiccup. Hello, Bowser. You know, you put some good suggestions. I have to keep track of some of the suggestions because it's difficult to come up with stream names, to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, I spent a whole bunch of time on a single audition today. I'm realizing I'm spending a lot of time on individual auditions. I have to get faster at them. But yeah, I've only had like a couple bookings, to be honest, since I started working with my agent, but you know, slowly, hopefully things will come together. How are you guys doing? Are you guys having a happy, is it Saturday? How are you guys having a happy Saturday? Yeah, it's been an okay Saturday for me. Hey, shut up, Britain. Yeah, it's been a kind of a somewhat decent, half-decent Saturday for me. You know, I should try eating British. What is British food? British food near me. Let's see if there's any British food. The most British place near me is Urban Plates. They're like, British, you want to go to Urban Plates? Google, thank you, Google. Let's see here. All right, you guys want to know? I looked up British food. I looked up British food on Google, and every place they're recommending is a pub. Oh man, this is I'm not sure if that's a win. Yeah, they're all pubs. Oh my god, they're all pubs. That's a pub? This is a pub? Oh dang, this place actually looks kind of cool. I should check this place out. Anyway, you guys can't see what's on the screen, and that's intentional because I don't want you guys seeing the food I eat. You know what I feel like today? Barbecue. Like Texas barbecue. I have no idea why. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like Texas barbecue today. There's like a really good barbecue place near me, and I never really been there. At least not on my own. I've been there with somebody, but it's like, it's also kind of expensive because barbecue generally is expensive because brisket is expensive. But did you guys know brisket used to be like a really cheap cut of meat? And then barbecue came along and just made it expensive. Dang it, barbecue. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. We're playing Ace Attorney. I should turn on my Switch. Oh, man. All right, let's see. So last time, we finished our investigation of the inventor dude. I think you guys can hear that. Okay, so last time we finished our investigation of the inventor dude. Let's just jump right in. And I'll talk once we get to, oh yeah, here it is. 23rd of October. 8:52 a.m. The Old Bailey. Defendant's antechamber. Okay, so I'm actually a little bit concerned for this one because we have no evidence. We didn't really get a chance to do any investigation, and we're just have to go into this blind. Now we have a crossbow for God knows what reason. And if you guys remember, there was like a arrow. There was like a screwdriver that kind of looked like an arrow. So I'm doing some thinking. If there's a screwdriver that kind of looked like an arrow, maybe pew, and then he shoots it with the screwdriver. And and apparently this is the guy who died. We have no autopsy report. And so, at least, the very least, Edgeworth can't update the autopsy report, if you know what I'm saying. But we have no autopsy report. We have this piece of green cloth, which I'm almost 100% sure came from a balloon. Like, came from some sort of hot air balloon. And from here. Our current working theory is that Odiasmin was here. And isn't the screwdriver A-shaped? Yes, it is A. I mean, that's kind of an arrow. Kind of. Look, I'm running around with 5 clues, and one of them is my identification. So I'm kind of grasping at straws here, okay? But, okay, we also have the fact that the Reaper was recently attacked. Also, there's a lost cat. Oh, we haven't investigated this? Let's see. The Reaper attacked. It's the kingpins of the criminal underworld, generally managing to escape conviction in the Reaper's trials. This isn't the first time their henchmen have tried to attack Lord Van Zeeks. It makes you think. If that's how the justice system works in London, then there must be dark forces at work. I mean, to be fair, you're not wrong. Yeah, and this is his apprentice, Lord Van Zeeks' apprentice, which we suspect is Japanese. Hey, how's it going, Koyoma? Hello! We suspect this guy is Japanese. It could be Asian, who I believe is Asian. No. But if Asian really is Japanese, then there's 2 Japanese people on top and then 2 British people on the bottom, which means we have to really be careful about Tobias Gregson, because he might die. I love how I earned a badge by showing Van Zeeks my badge. Hey, check this out. You deserve a medal. So, our working theory right now is this, okay? There was a beaming up here. Okay, so this is the strange thing. The science behind instant transmission is so fuddy-duddy that I'm kind of starting to believe it. Like, does teleportation actually exist? Because what we know is that somehow Asman disappeared from here. He was shot over here. There was a balloon that exploded, so maybe he got shot up here. The balloon exploded, which flew him over here. He was in some sort of like box, right? So like so the box probably like flew over here with his body, and then I don't know how he died. Like either he was shot with the screwdriver beforehand or shot afterwards. Maybe he was shot before he was flung over here. But I don't know because we have no clues. So I'm kind of wigging it right now. This feels like the first trial of every Ace Attorney game where you have no idea what's going on. Okay. I can't believe it's been 6 months since I was allowed to work in court. Oh, dang, yeah, this is a big time skip from last time. Last time, like, we were in a flashback. Now here I am, back at the Old Bailey. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo! Good morning, Professor Hairbrain. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The atmospheric pressure here is off the charts. I've never felt anything like this. It's crushing me. I feel it every time I'm here. The gravity. Well, this is Britain's highest court. But you are telling me it's fitted with some kind of device that can control air pressure. No, it's just how you feel. I think it's probably all in your mind. Ah, yeah. Then, You won't let me down, will you, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm counting on you in today's trial to save my life! Oh. To save the secret of my super high voltage, instantaneous kinesis machine from being made public! Wait, he became Italian suddenly. Yes, I understand. I know what I have to do. I have to establish that the explosion 2 days ago was nothing more than an unfortunate accident. That's gonna be rough, because that does still mean he's guilty of, like, some form of manslaughter. I don't know. I don't know what we should be fighting for right now. Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Really, justice will prevail. My commiserations, Mr. Naruhodo. You appear to have been lumbered with the most tiresome case here. Ha ha! It's me! Ah! Mr. Sholmes, I expected you to oversleep.
That was very mean, Runo. Leave me alone with Hurley. It took me at least an hour to wake him. Is it?
Are you... Sherlock Sholmes? Indeed, sir. I am he. Sherlock Sholmes! I hate this man. Oh, I've heard so much about your exploits, even whilst living in Germany.
Ah, yes. Rand's magazine is on sale in Germany too.
This month's installment was sublime. Your deduction in The Adventure of the Silver Blaze was wonderful. Ah, yes. A memorable case indeed. It concerned a snake, I seem to recall. No, that was the speckled band, which killed my best friend.
No, that was the speckled band.
Well, thanks for coming and supporting me. I appreciate your support. I'm sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow, but I'm afraid I cannot stay. I have urgent business at Madame Tuspel. He gets to hang out with Madame Tuspel, and I have to hang out with frickin' Van Zeeks. You mean your waxwork job? I mean, hey, you know what? Herlock's out here hustling, trying to get that dough. You know what? I can respect that. No. The waxwork abduction, of course. Madam has engaged my services. So you're trying to get to the bottom of that ransom note. Wait, how does that have anything to do with this case right now? This week's wages depend on it, as does the safe return of the waxwork, naturally. As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention. So no attention for you, Mr. Naruhodo! No, well, never mind then. I understand. It's not like without Susato, I don't have anyone supporting me. It's not like I'm literally the only person here on my side. It's okay, Iris is here. Of course, with my skills of observation and reasoning, resolving the matter will be as easy as proverbial pie. I shall return forthwith. For until I solve the case, I shall have no money to afford a pie of any description.
Oh, then you absolutely must give it your full attention, Hurley. I want rhubarb pie.
I don't think rhubarb pie existed in England at this time.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's in Texas.
Where was rhubarb pie invented? Quite, Iris, quite. But life is riddled with irony, you know? Whenever I give something my full attention, I have a quite insatiable desire for a pie. How is this relevant? How is this? How? One of the universe's intractable mysteries, you might say. It just means you're hungry.
Oh, yes, quite. Definitely, absolutely. I totally understand.
Is someone a little starstruck? I wish you the very best of luck, Professor Wright.
Oh, why, thank you.
Before I depart, Mr. Naruhodo, a word in your ear, if you please. What's this about? As you have remarkably little grounding in science, I feel I ought to inform you. Did you just call me dumb? As compelling as this super high voltage instantaneous kinesis hypothesis may be, a practical implementation, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite impossible. Sholmes, you're telling me that teleportation doesn't exist? Oh my god! If only I had figured that out! Thanks, Sholmes. But the professor said the demonstration was a success. Yes, it would appear that he fervently believes it was. You just don't believe. It's not my fault, blame Sholmes!
I've read Professor Bunnybrain's paper about it too, Ryuno, and I have to say, I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically.
Okay, well, I trust Iris. Maybe he said so. I was starting to believe. I trust Iris. I don't trust Sholmes, though. So he is completely bonkers. But how could an experiment that had no possibility of succeeding, in fact, succeed? That's contradictory. Okay. Let's think about this. The dude was found here. Then, after the experiment, he was found here, right? Wait, is that where it's pointing? Yeah, here. Okay. He was found here. Then afterwards, he was found here. Okay. What is the possibility? Well, there's actually only one possibility because I know this from magic, from my studies of magic, which is twins. Does he have a twin? Wait, hold on. Does he have a twin? Well, long story short, a body double. A body double, right? A way, some way of having him appear here and then appear here, right? So the question is, which one was the real one? Okay? It's not clear which one is the real one. We don't have an autopsy report, so we can't verify that this one's the real one. We have people who saw him in the stage, but they were probably watching from afar because they probably weren't standing up here. So it's not clear that that maybe they didn't see him in full detail, so it might not be this one. So we don't know which one is the real one. One of them's here, one of them's here. I actually thought maybe there was a body double. But stop being smarter than me! Okay, so either... Okay, so the first question we have to figure out is which one was the real one, if there was a body double. It's a good thing I came up with that idea before anyone. I'm so smart. Alright, so we have to figure out which one is the real one, and that's going to be kind of tricky because we have no information to go off of. But either he was here and he died, or he was here and he died. So the question is, regardless, how did he die? Now, if he was here, I suppose he could have been stabbed by the screwdriver? Maybe? But then that would implicate Hairbrain. One thing that was annoying me because missed some of your streams, I couldn't tell you my thoughts on the case. No. Alright, rule number 1, I am the smartest person in this stream. That is the first rule of Manakyn streams. If you are smarter than me, if you have an IQ above single digits, you're not allowed on this stream. Okay, so... yeah, so that's the idea here. Now, does that disprove my exploding balloon theory? No, I believe... Oh, wait, so then the next question is, how did the body go... Oh, wait, how did the body appear? So this body had to disappear. This body had to appear somehow, right? Assuming that this body wasn't already prepared. It could have already been prepared. But this body had to disappear. And that's not hard with the smoke, right? With the smoke, you just, I don't know, you throw it down a garbage chute or something. I don't know. Right? This is high up. This is pretty high up. You just throw it down a garbage chute, or like maybe you throw it off the stage or something. It's pretty easy to do. Or maybe you put it in a balloon and have it fly away. Okay. No, he probably just threw it off the stage or something. But then again, that also implicates Hairbrain. Dang it. I don't know. We have such little information. We have so little information. Well, I can grammar. Yeah, so we'll have to continue from here. And it's that contradiction that will be the heart of the trial, I've no doubt. Wait, that means we're also arguing against our own client? Because we'll have to essentially say, hey, Hairbrain, you're wrong. Oh, that's gonna suck. What's that supposed to mean? Now, I must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, dear fellow.
See you later, Hurley. Well then, it looks like you're on your own today, Ryuno. But chin up, you can do it.
Wait, Iris, you're not gonna hang out with me? What about you, Iris?
No, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do.
I see.
It's going to be a big surprise for you when you find out what it is. It's a new gun!
Counsel for the defense and the defendant, I'm all alone. Is this the first case I'm taking on alone? And it's been 6 months. I'm rusty, man. Court's about to be in session. Oh, court's about to be in session. I'm Tex. Run away. Bye, Iris. You were my only hope. An experiment that the laws of science say can't possibly succeed. And a scientist who's convinced that it did. That's the riddle I have to unlock. That's the key to the case. "23rd of October, 9:10. The Old Bailey courtroom. The Ye Old Bailey." Oh, hey, we have a new jury today. You know how random some of the characters. I'm running out of accents. We are sitting here today for the public trial of Professor Albert Hairbrain. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready, my lord. I see you're wearing something new. Well, it's the grand exhibition, and I thought maybe I should wear something a little bit more sciencey. It looks very good on you. Although you are very dumb. Yeah, I know, my lord. I'm 6 months out of practice. And what's more... No! Susato! Is it just my imagination? Or does the air in here feel even more oppressive than usual? So, I must say I recollect the victim of this case all too well, Mr. Odie Osmond. Mr. Osmond was well known as a financier, though that was merely a front for his diverse criminal activities. I mean, although he was acquitted, so you can't actually say that legally, I don't think.
It was only a month half ago that the man appeared in court, prosecuted by you, Lord Vansix. But then the jury unanimously found him not guilty.
Because every member had been bribed. Or threatened. These powerful London criminals are prepared to go to extreme lengths to keep their freedom. But the jury's like, yeah, he's dead, but I kept the money.
But 2 days ago, on the 21st of October, Mr. Asmund met his end. The work of the Reaper, was it? If that is how your lordship would describe divine retribution. But the fact remains that Mr. Asmund's death was a direct result of the actions of the accused, Professor Hairbrain. Very well then. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people. Are the 6 of you ready to fulfill your societal duty?
You guys remember when a random Russian vigilante was in the jury? Hey, new jurors! For once.
I'm most gratified to have been selected to carry out this important civic duty, my lord.
Oh, juror number 2! Juror number... Why is it always juror number 2? To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, it sends shivers down my spine. Is she one of those? What the frick? Who is this guy?
Science experiments, magic conjuring tricks, courtroom trials, all are nothing more than performances.
Any spurious scholar that defies the reputation of science deserves to hang.
Wait, it's just eating. Yo, how much corn is he gonna go through?
Oh, we have to listen to us say on both sides of the fence, and then settle on war.
Oh,
And then settle on war. That's it.
wait! Is that the old... Is that a little girl? I don't know, but whoever it is, man, that's a lot of corn. Oh, look at him go! He's still
It wasn't like this in my day. Wasn't like this at all.
How do they randomly select the jury? That's, the police killer Ottermole lookalike again. I know, he's typewriting all that corn, man. He's like exhausted as ever, it seems. You know what I would love to see, because apparently this is a thing, right? I would love to go look at jury duty and see, like, all the jury, like, falling asleep. Because apparently that's a thing. Sometimes jurors are so bored, they're just like, what?
Now, as I'm sure you're all aware, the incident we are here to judge today tragically took place at the Great Exhibition, shortly after its opening. Though the death toll could have been far worse, with the exception of the victim, no one was killed. Nevertheless, the dream of the science being exhibited rapidly turned into a nightmare for the spectators. A tragic turn of events, and as such, the eyes of all London know the whole world will be on this trial. It is our duty to reach a swift and just conclusion, I feel. So, Your opening statement, please, Lord Van Zeeks. At the heart of this incident is technology.
We're not cavemen. We have technology.
Never before demonstrated anywhere in the world. One of science's latest developments, I take it. The government is keen to capitalize on the Great Exhibition to improve Britain's technological advantage.
How's it going, Slippery?
The technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. Good lord!
It's designed to disassemble human subjects using extremely high voltage electricity. That's literally another way of saying kill, so... and beam them instantly to another location where they are subsequently reassembled.
Is such a thing even within the realms of possibility? Well, I don't believe it, that's for sure.
Oh, disassembling it with people with electricity. My goodness, how shocking!
Oh god.
Huh! The whole idea is absurd. The hypothesis would never stand up to scrutiny.
When I know, it really does sound like murder, right?
Sir, I believe you are a fellow of the Royal Society, are you not? An expert in your field. I am, and my word on the matter can be considered final. Instantaneous kinesis is poppycock.
So this expert and Mr. Sholmes are in agreement. It's impossible.
What is the prosecution's view on the matter?
Well, the case actually hinges on the fact that it works.
The prosecution would assert that the accused's instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a success. Boo! Boo! Do you doubt technology? Are you a denier? What rot! Order! The professor's hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government.
If it is deemed to have merit of substantial. Substantial. It should be substantial, right? We're gonna look it up.
I am monologuing. Do not look up vocabulary during my monologue, streamer.
Substantial.
Substantial.
A substantial research grant would be made available. The accused made use of the invention built on his new hypothesis to take Mr. Asmon's life. In order to be the sole benefactor of the grant.
Wait, he's arguing it's for money? He's arguing that he killed him for the money?
This disastrous demonstration was no accident. It was carefully designed from the outset to end the life of the victim.
Dang, he's going all out on his BFF, apparently.
Thank you, Lord Van Zeeks. The prosecution's stance is clear. But you will now bring forth witnesses to substantiate your claims. Gladly, my lord. Second phase. Bailiff, show the first witnesses to the stand.
Dang, he's already starting out in phase 2. Wait, Hairbrain?
Witnesses, names, and occupations for the court.
Yes, sir, see? Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. I was on duty at the demonstration on the day in question, and in charge of the following investigation.
Albert Hairbrain? Scientist?
You were born in England, but have been carrying out research in Germany in recent years, and since then developed an awful German accent.
Yeah, that is right. I have a German accent because I am German. After graduating from university here in Britain, I went to work in Germany and made an amazing discovery. Which is what brought me back. I had to demonstrate my incredible hypothesis at the Great Exhibition.
What you demonstrated was incredible, all right. See? An incredible explosion.
But the science was a success. The instant kinesis fact. Everybody saw it. They must have. Yes, there was the terrible accident, but the demonstration of my hypothesis was a success.
Well, that much is undeniable, see? As shown in the photograph taken by the forensic investigation team.
Oh, frick. Wait, the blood.
This was taken inside the Crystal Tower, I take it. The centerpiece of the exhibition, no less.
So was he actually stabbed? By the screwdriver arrow? Okay, let's think about this carefully. Okay, we have to somehow prove that the screwdriver arrow was from the crossbow, because otherwise the only person who could have stabbed him was Hairbrain. We have to demonstrate that the screwdriver arrow was not Hairbrain going bah, but in fact some sniper going pew, right? Okay, so we have to demonstrate that somehow. I have no idea how though. Anyway.
This was taken inside the Crystal Tower, I take it. The centerpiece of the exhibition, no less.
That's right, my lord. It seems the victim rammed straight into it.
It almost sounds like a catapult. Pew! Instantaneous kinesis, right? Just throw someone really hard.
I see. Very well, submit the photograph as evidence.
The photograph. Okay, we have to check it out carefully. And I really want some fish and chips, but they're so unhealthy. Okay, we got blood over here. Looks like a gun wound. Yeah, it could be like a gun wound or an arrow wound with the arrow removed. Okay, what are these his suspenders? Was he wearing suspenders? Hold on. We can't tell from this picture, dang it. Okay, so he's here. Did he have green hair? Yeah, he does have green hair. Okay, this is the crystal, I guess the glass of the Crystal Tower. Was why? Oh, there must be like a pillow to rest his head or something. I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing else here. I mean, he's wearing his glasses. How are his glasses even on his face? How do the glasses even stay on his face? Huh. Anyway.
There must have been a number of allegations made against the man, but putting them aside for the time being, it was the man who financed the research for the experiment and demonstration himself.
I see. So to summarize the situation, the defendant is accused of taking the life of a man who funded his work. Would that be correct?
Yeah, the body is pretty intact. That's true, considering the explosion.
Exactly.
But couldn't it be that the explosion was caused by some malfunction in the apparatus? That's right. Oh, that's right. That must be it. My splendid machine. My poor splendid machine.
You saw it yesterday, didn't you? We can't even examine the wreckage thanks to the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
The package! The package!
But that being the case, how can the facts be established? How can it possibly be determined whether it was an accident or deliberate? Extremely simply, my lord. I beg your pardon. Isn't that right, witness?
Sorry, me?
No, your neighbor.
Yeah, see? It was a murder, plain and simple, see? Anyone could state that with complete certainty.
How could he possibly think that?
Thank you, Inspector. I think we had better proceed to formal testimony. You will explain to the court on what grounds you claim this experiment to have been a front for murder. The corpse that...
Man, the corpse that went crashing into the crystal tower had a broken neck.
Yeah, I made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam projection, that's all. That was my mistake.
But the post-mortem examination revealed another injury. A fatal wound. There was a lesion in his chest where he had clearly been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. So the victim was killed before he went anywhere. And the fella's the only one who could have done it.
Well, he's guilty. Case closed. In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was stabbed in the heart.
Information I would really like to have heard from someone other than the judge.
The coroner says death would have been all but instant from a wound like that, man, see?
You could say, in fact, that the victim was killed twice by the accused.
Well, frick. Hey, how's it going, Indigo? You got trapped in Walmart? Man, Walmart. I'll just say Walmart. Man, Walmart. Your dad had to rescue... Oh, your keys were locked in the car. It's Walmart's fault, man. How's it going, Mystery? No. Oh, yeah. Not yet. Nine. That couldn't be farther from the truth.
I have here the experiment plan document that was submitted to the security team, see?
Okay.
The victim stored himself inside something called a bird cage, ready to be beamed instantly.
I remember for the jury of this case, all I know is there's a dude eating lots of corn.
To the second level of the crystal tower, about 25 yards away.
Oh, he was supposed to be beamed there?
The experiment did not go according to plan, however. Oh. As the machine was put into operation, there was a large explosion.
Oh, and then it shot upwards.
The blast caused the beam transmitter to point higher than intended.
Pew. Wait, that balloon wasn't there! Wait, that balloon wasn't there. There were two balloons in the picture. They're cheating! They just added a third balloon! Wait, it's all Gina's fault. She's the one who gave us the map.
The
Accordingly, the kinesis resulted in the birdcage materializing in midair.
Yeah, all 6 of them are new.
From where it subsequently fell, crashing.
I actually don't know. Crashing or crossing? Blame Herlock. It's all Herlock's fault. It's always Herlock's fault. I think it's crashing, not crossing. Stupid British English. Crashing. Crashing.
Crashing.
Alright.
Crashing through the glass of the Crystal Tower's large round window. My word. One assumes the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower then.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. The machine was just too powerful. You're disappointed? Yeah, I saw that. Thank you so much for, commenting on it, regardless. Yeah, but it was a short stream, so you didn't miss too much. And, oh my god, missed 2 spells. I mean, let's be real here. We are very distracted in this court case. Let's be real here. Let's be real here.
Unfortunately, that excuse cannot save you.
Man, no, considering the sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart.
Which was the screwdriver arrow. We just have to prove that was on an arrow. Murder weapon! What are you saying? The guy who passed out in the museum was one of the jurors for the... Oh, was he? I'll have to check later.
This is the autopsy report submitted by the coroner.
I hope we get... I doubt we will, but I kind of wish we could see the Russian rebel again.
The prosecution would like it entered into the court record. Your request is granted, counsel.
Wouldn't it have been nice if we had all this information before the trial started? Let's see. Okay, everyone's going blah, 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 blah. Okay. Odious man. What is it? Odious man? Is that the pun? Age 47, nationality British. Oh, they even have a coroner here. Time of death 21st of October, around 2:20. Anything I missed? No. A cause of death. They like to keep you in the dark. Yeah. They do. Hemorrhage wound to the chest. Wait, so the cause of death was the hemorrhage and not the broken neck? Additional observations. Broken vertebrae. Most likely resulting from impact and a sudden fall of concern. Have we always had the coroner here? I don't remember seeing a coroner on some of the older autopsy reports. I feel like that might, if they're including it, I feel like that detail might come up later. And I see someone going Courtney Scythe, heart, heart, heart. So perhaps it will.
I was there in person, you know. I saw the whole ludicrous performance. And the only person on the stage with Mr. Asman was that disgraceful excuse for a scientist.
Then really, by all accounts, it must have been him.
Hard to think otherwise, really. Very well. Counsel for the defense. Go on with your pointless observations.
Oh, yeah, okay, my lord. I need to focus.
Ow!
Alright, so this is our first cross-examination in 6 months, and we are alone. We don't have an Iris behind us, and we don't have a Susato behind us. Thank God Sherlock Holmes isn't here, but we don't have Iris behind us. A front for murder. Okay. The corpse went crashing through the crystal tower, had a broken neck. Let's just press everything. It's only 5, and we need information.
Hold it!
Are you suggesting that it's because he fell from a considerable height?
Yeah, exactly. Which highlights something else about the whole rum business.
Wait, rum? This whole rum business? Oh, this whole rum is an adjective. Not this whole rum business. Wait, hold on. This whole rum...
This whole rum business.
Wait, rum?
No, it's an adjective, you idiot.
The fact that the instantaneous kinesis itself was a success. Ah. Chispel's name was Connette Rosaic? Oh. Does that mean anything?
After the explosion, the cage with the fella inside suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
So, although the experiment ended in disaster, the so-called instantaneous kinesis did actually occur. Remind us, Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster?
I made a minor miscalculation in the angle.
Hold it!
So the angle of projection is critical, is it? And you calculated it yourself personally?
Absolutely. The calculation is far too complicated for anyone but me to carry out.
Only, you got it wrong, man.
Yes, that's fine. That's the point. The calculation is so complicated that even I can make a mistake.
Do people fall for that brazen confidence? I should try it.
I took into account the subject's height and weight, and wind direction, the ambient temperature. I consider every possible variable, so I just don't understand how this could have happened.
Obviously, then, you had to include the weight of the clothes Mr. Asmund was wearing at the time, I suppose.
Ah. Crackling comments! The answer should have been 3!
I don't think that's the important part. So much for safety first. The 3 must have been for safety third. Ah! Alright, tell us about the fatal wound. Another fatal injury. That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't think I had to spell this out, but here we go. Just because there were 2 fatal wounds, doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it, Massey?
Too right.
Obviously, at first we thought the bloke had died due to a spine snapping in half as well.
But you're saying that's not the case?
You'll get your answer once I finish my fish and chips. I'll keep butting in every few seconds.
Well, we all know that's a bottomless... Oh my god, the interdimensional fish and chips is literally canon. Oh my god.
The victim plummeted 30 feet into a glass tower. It would be reasonable to assume that that is the cause of death.
Right. That's what we all thought. But it was a red herring, see? The type of herring I use in my fish and chips.
Infinite food? No, I don't want infinite food because I would be so unhealthy. Oh my god.
There was a lesion on his chest which had clearly been stabbed by something sharp.
Hold it!
The defense knew nothing of this crucial information.
The prosecution received this report from the forensic team only this morning. That was the first we knew of it as well.
Then why are we going to court today? Why? Why? Ha!
I can only apologize for the impossibility of informing the defense.
Sarcastic and insincere. Thanks, buddy. So, what was the nature of this sharp object? Hey, Answer Man.
Among the accused's tools that were in use at the demonstration, one is of particular interest. This, A for Asmund.
Yes,
That would appear to be some kind of screwdriver.
Aha! There he is! Hairbrain, please consult your lawyer before speaking up. Please? My trusty little companion, Andrew! Andrew? Of course. Ah, do you know each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my tools. You know, we've hit rock bottom, and Hairbrain decided to just keep digging. I've named them all, you know. We're one big happy family. Andrew is my flathead screwdriver, of course. His brother, Michael, is crosshead.
Well, it would appear your beloved Andrew has a red stain on its shank.
Mad scientist. Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me of how screwed I am. Ah, it's a screwdriver! That's a pun! I hate it! I am so screwed.
It's blood, beyond all reasonable doubt.
Oh no.
Man, that's not all.
I hate puns. It's always the people that hate puns that get it. Is true. This is the worst. You guys don't understand how painful this game is. It's the worst. It is complete punishment. It is absolutely punishment. And it's always unintentional. It's always my fault.
Long, sharp shape of the Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the victim's word.
Ah.
Order! The court will enter this friend of the defendant as evidence.
Thank you. So one of Professor Hairbrain's tools is the weapon. Cause you love fun. Ah! I hate everything about this game. Okay, so we got the flathead screwdriver. Well, for some reason it's shaped like an A. Maybe it's so you can like twist it. Like, okay, there's blood. Do here first. I've seen this unusually shaped handle before. It's the same screwdriver that was lodged in the grill of the floor of the kinesis machine. He couldn't have stabbed it if it was over on the thing, and then the body was over on the other thing. Ooh, I'm smart, right? Because it was the arrow. Wait. But what about the screwdriver arrow? Maybe there was no screwdriver arrow. Maybe there was no screwdriver arrow, okay? Which could be important. Okay. It was poking through the grill of the base. Blood. This is blood. Tastes like blood. This is the problem with looking at murder weapons. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. Great.
Man, so the victim was killed before he went anywhere, and this fellow's the only one that could have done it.
Press. Hold it! What grounds do you have for saying that?
You really need to ask. There were only 2 people on that public experimentation stage in front of the whole crowd. Mercy!
The victim, Mr. Odiasman, and the accused, Professor Hairbrain. And we know for certain that before the experiment, the victim was alive. That's right. I saw him with my own eyes. Furthermore, following the explosion and kinesis, nobody went anywhere near the body.
Well, what about the investigators?
In other words, only someone on the stage with the...
Do I dare? I could just ignore him. I could just Yes. Yes, hairbrain.
Excuse me.
Professor Hairbrain, do you have information that may be relevant? Professor! Hey, Rainbow. Ah, sorry. Wait, how do you say sorry in German? Gomenasai! Sorry in German. What is it? Entschuldigung. Entschuldigung. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Sorry. I was just calculating the optimal coefficient of electrolysis to separate molecules in the human body. Wait, let him cook. That is true. He's like half sincere. What's his name? Ben Seeks. And the witness stand is the best place for that? Do you guys see that? With this outfit on, he shifts up his armband even though he's not wearing it. It seemed as though you might have something to say about Inspector Gregson's remarks. Why would you use electrolysis to do that? For murder purposes, Arcade. Hello. How's it going? Ah, yes, that's right, of course. Just speaking in anger. Yeah, nine. He just said nobody else could have done it, did he? Dude, that was kind of Italian, whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Who else could have stabbed the victim, see?
But I don't know. But there is no way that I could have possibly stabbed Mr. Asman, you say? Explain, please, Professor. Of course, this cold-hearted policeman may not be aware, I suppose. But humans are warm-blooded mammals with blood running continuously in their veins.
I heard.
Then surely you see, if I plunge something the size of Andrew into the man's chest, the whole stage would have been a bloodbath, no a blood swimming pool. But thousands of Londoners were watching me at the time. And yet, not one of them claims to have seen a swimming pool of blood. I don't even understand the argument. Electrolysis is way too slow. Okay, well, please enlighten us how you would create a teleportation machine. He's just casually eating fries. Ansman, we're in Britain. They're called chips. Thank you very much.
Well, no, I suppose not.
You see, not fun.
I didn't see anything like that.
Well done, Professor. That was a great counter-argument. No objections. No objections. See, look, no objections.
Order! Look, there's your blood. Pray, forgive the discourtesy if I save her drop from my hallowed chalice to accompany my old friends a-deucing. Oh.
All right, let's see if this argument holds.
Here's to you, Albert.
Oh, you're too kind, Barok. But I'm really not a pass on you.
No, you're not.
Lord Van Zeek, sir, again, can you, these cups are really expensive, you know. He's totally a vampire, 100%.
You've neglected to mention one crucial possibility.
I have.
A particular situation in which very little bleeding would result from a stab wound.
Of course.
Inspector, enlighten the court, please.
Yes, sir.
Where are they going with this?
Very well. You will amend your formal testimony, Inspector Gregson.
You see, the electrolysis works on the blood first, so his body would have been empty with...
Not that theory.
Oh, see, the weapon was... The victim was stabbed. It must have been left in the body. See?
However...
Objection!
You say that while the weapon remains in the body, there's very little bleeding. Is that unequivocal?
Look, there was no blood in the experimental stage.
Wait, didn't this come up last time as well with the whole blood? I feel like this came up in a previous case. Oh no, that came up in Ray Membami's case, so they wouldn't even know about it.
The only explanation for that is if the screwdriver was still in the body, stopping any heavy bleeding, see?
It's common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world. Do you remember Ray Membami?
How do you know about her?
I know everything.
Yes, but what about the screwdriver? The thing is, we actually saw it at the scene ourselves, on the experimentation stage. Oh.
What?
It was on the floor by the wreckage of the machine, poking through the grill. I want to pick it up, but the detective here stopped me, and then Iris picked it up. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson?
Yeah.
Inspector, are we to understand that you permitted the defense counsel to investigate? That you contravened the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act?
No, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. Objection, objection.
No, not at all. I wouldn't do that, see? I just let him look. Nothing more. I was very clear he wasn't to touch a thing. But then the little girl threatened me by writing a bad character assassination in the book, so I let her touch it.
Yes, that's true. The screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. I still love how, for some reason, this outfit has a mouse on his shoulder. I have no idea why. But it shouldn't have been, should it? Because it should have been teleported.
Man, what are you getting at?
If this tool had still been in the victim's body when the victim had beamed away by the machine. You never noticed the mouse? I don't know why it's there, but it's hilarious. Then it shouldn't have been there on the stage, huh? That's right. It should have been beamed across to the Crystal Tower along with Mr. Asman and been found lodged in the victim's chest. That's right. It's over. It's over, baby.
Order! How do you explain this, Inspector?
Well, I don't,
It looks as though everything that the victim had on his person moved with him when he was beamed, huh? If the screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous kinesis occurred, obviously, that should have beamed to the destination as well.
you little...
Put the fries in the back. This is a strange situation. I love how we are acknowledging that teleportation exists in order to make this argument, and I freaking love it. Because this is like the rules of logic, right? You don't have to follow the rules of natural logic, like the environment around you, in order to be logical. Logic is, I give you a set of rules, follow the set of rules. And if you say teleportation exists, I say, okay, fine, teleportation exists. Now let's use logic. Which, man, this is actually really fun. Even though people are saying that instantaneous kinesis is a scientific impossibility, we're still basing arguments around the assumption that it did actually take place. All right, time to tighten the screws here. Ryunosuke, you really didn't have to. My lord, if the prosecution is unable to explain this inconsistency in its argument, we can only conclude the testimony given in support cannot be relied on.
Looks like someone's upset.
Lord Van Zeeks is stumped.
Do you have something to say, witness?
Yeah, I knew it. It bears out. The equations... Mr. Naruhodo, don't worry!
Don't worry about what?
Without delving into the details that...
No. No, Hairbrain, stop! Objection! I demand that the witness be removed from the stand!
Without delving into the details, there is no inconsistency.
Wait, what?
Even if Andrew had been launched into Mr. Asmon's chest, my trusty tool wouldn't have moved. Andrew remaining on the stage is consistent with my calculations.
Stop, please, stop. Please. My leg! It would seem your illusions have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accused's explanation. Objection! Object! I object to my own client! Please stop. Or should I say, this brilliant scientist's Frick! He's glazing Hairbrain! Shut up, Headsix! Stop, Hairbrain, stop, please. Scientist.
Very well. The defendant will testify again. Provide us with the
Scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency. Stop, please stop.
In the name of the Apollo, I will, my lord.
The inconsistency. How's it going, Will?
To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data and the research. My hypothesis states that kinesis cannot transport metal, hence the metal weapon would have stayed put. In other words, the point raised by Mr. Naruhodo isn't an inconsistency at all. Mr. Asmon was the patron of my research,
Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have the duty to protect the incredible machine we built together.
Thank you, Mr. Hairbrain.
So, the thrust of your testimony, Professor, is that based on his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by this method of instantaneous kinesis. In other words, since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained lodged in the victim's chest, its subsequent discovery on the stage, despite the victim being found elsewhere, is not an inconsistency. And therefore, Professor Hairbrain is the killer.
Good job, Hairbrain! You did it! You did it! You did it! You're amazing! I hate this game. I hate this game.
My great hypothesis holds, you see. We had to make the cage to use to contain the subject from wood for that very reason. I was not addressing you, witness.
Professor Hairbrain?
Yeah.
Whose side are you on here?
I am on the side of science, Mr. Naruhodo. I am a scientist.
Thank you, Mr. Hairbrain. You working for us or against us? You should totally be able to electrify. Look, the entire thing makes no sense. We're just rolling.
Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, my Nipponese friend. Yes, fire away, Mr. Naruhodo.
The inconsistency explained. To be clear, I'm in the stage of gathering data for your research. Yeah, sure. My hypothesis states the kinesis cannot transport metal. Is that true?
Hold it!
You gotta consider. Yeah, I know it's his friend. It's like, but at the same time, you know, he didn't have to take the case. Right. It's like he didn't have to be the prosecutor. In fact, ethically, he probably shouldn't be the prosecutor. But here comes Barak Van Zeeks just doing whatever he wants. Your hypothesis states it. So this isn't proven?
Nine, of course not. It's merely a hypothesis, but a good one, based on thousands of calculations. But it is widely known that metals cannot be decomposed by electrolysis.
Is it though? Is it though?
Yes, of course. So I am right. My hypothesis is clearly correct.
Why is it so incriminating himself that it makes him so happy?
The whole reason the birdcage is made of wood, you see.
Must have been when German chemistry fell off. Yeah, the Germans stopped really doing very much chemistry around this stuff. Sorry, the bird cage?
Yes, that's what I call the obtusa cage.
Wait, what?
In which Mr. Rasman was placed for the kinesis. The jail cell which the victim was detained. It does seem to be made of a timber of sort.
I'll thank you not to refer to it as an instrument of incarceration, your lordship.
In short, any weapon lodged in the victim when he was beamed away by instantaneous kinesis would have been left behind on the stage, if it were made of metal, correct?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. It all fits perfectly with the mathematical model.
But the ultimate conclusion, then, is that the defendant alone had the opportunity to inflict this fatal injury on the victim, is it not?
Ah.
Ah, indeed, sir. Someone beat me out of this nightmare. Oh, man.
The kinesis cannot transport metal. Are you sure about that?
Objection!
Professor Hairbrain, you say that according to your hypothesis, nothing made of metal can be beamed by kinesis using the machine. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Spot on, exactly correct.
In that case, I'd have you to look at this photograph that was taken at the scene. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. You can clearly see that Mr. Asman is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim.
Oh yeah, but gold can. Oh. What? Metal? No, metal can. That's not metal. No!
What is wrong with this guy? God dang it. We've already established that the proposed murder weapon was found on the stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicts that outcome, it should also have predicted that the metal rimmed spectacles would be found in the same place.
Ah! My hypothesis! My hypothesis! Science! How you betray me!
Yeah, you know, just metal. He would totally nitpick too. Professor Hairbrain, this isn't easy for me to say. But you dumb! It's okay, he belongs on the channel.
Counsel, what is the implication of this?
If on the day in question, the alleged instantaneous kinesis never actually took place, it's entirely possible the victim was killed somewhere other than the stage. And in that case, someone other than the defendant could have been the culprit.
But my hypothesis! Oh! I proved that the experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of my work.
If I could say something here in my capacity as a fellow of the Royal Society, look at these metals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm very smart. Yes, juror number 4, go ahead. As a man of science, there's simply one thing I cannot abide. And that's a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science.
But wait, Scott, great Scott! My name is not Scott! Are you suggesting my science is suspect?
It's just been disproved, hasn't it? In front of us all. So it turns out, if you constantly change...
Like, wait, what? What? This guy's not, he's a magician!
What? How is he? How are you doing this? This man is magic!
Magic chemicals.
In other words, the whole demonstration was complete nonsense from start to finish.
There's a special set of chemicals that can change color. Wait, is that true? This man has discovered chromochemicals.
Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you, this man is a heel, a bounder, and a fraud.
He's carrying a newspaper.
I say the wreckage of that machine should be stripped down and thoroughly examined.
No! Never! The machine is the essence of my entire hypothesis! I feel like my German gets better as I slowly go more insane. Is protected by the Special Dispensation Act for Scientific Equipment!
What the devil is that blasted act all about here? Who made up such a daft rule?
I don't like the way this seems to be going. What's the best way for me to help the professor? Oh, frick. Objection!
Objection.
Professor Harebrain is yet to perfect his invention. It would seem to be the case, yes. It seems the invention still has several development cycles to go. But even so what? Going to such trouble and expense to create a fake machine to display to the public. He would absolutely have no reason to do such a thing.
Objection!
He had an obvious reason to do that exactly. Oops. For the research grant money. For the money? No one's ever killed for money before! That's not a thing that happens! Not a single person in history has ever killed for money!
If the government was foolish enough to have deemed this man's ridiculous notion plausible, and his conspirators would have received a handsome sum indeed.
The conspirators? What would be the value of such a grant? £10?
You're an order of magnitude out, madam. £500 a year.
500. So we did, what is it? We found that, 1,000 was actually about 150,000 pounds. So 1,000 is 150,000 pounds. So that's half of that. That's a lot of money.
Yuck. You couldn't hand someone that much money for years.
The Society's noticed an increase in bogus public demonstrations in the field of science recently.
Because you guys are giving out grant money for free.
And plenty of scientists arguing with each other to get the largest slice of funding cake. People's greed is plenty enough motive for murder.
That has never happened in all of, like, human history. No one kills for money. It's not a thing that happens. No. I haven't deceived anyone. Least of all the government. My hypothesis is sound. The science is sound, please. You must believe.
Objection! No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to you, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that the victim was transported instantly to the Crystal Tower. Which means that the experiment was a success.
Please, Harebrain. Please, Harebrain. This man is trying to get you thrown in jail. Okay. Listen, I know he's your buddy. Oh, my buddy will always support me. No. Bad dog.
And therefore, the only person who could have possibly committed this murder is the accused.
Bad dog. Where is this heading? I have no idea.
My lord, if I may. Yes, Lord Van Zix.
Hey, how's it going, Dynamic?
The prosecution would like to summon a new witness to the stand. New witness? What would the nature of their involvement be? They were spectators of the demonstration at the exhibit, who were occupying special seats.
Eyewitnesses.
Very well. The court grants the prosecution's request. I should very much like to hear from eyewitnesses of the incident.
The prosecution's stance is clear. The experiment was no post-itchy. I don't know that word.
The accused killed the financier victim there on the public stage, before the very eyes of the spectators.
Hey, Nana.
Now, my learned friend.
Oh, yeah, hey, how's it going?
It's time for you to make your own stance clear.
There's clearly a flaw in the professor's hypothesis. I can see it. But where does that leave me?
We shall take a short recess now, during which time the prosecution will prepare its new witness to take the stand. As you wish, my lord. Good. In that case, court is adjourned for 20 minutes. Bailiff, do I have time to go on a hot air balloon ride?
Oh. To be continued. Nah, we're gonna keep going. Actually, not exactly. We're gonna take a quick bathroom break. You're glad Van Zeeks gives up on his alcohol addiction? Well, certainly not at the moment. Here, stare at this man. Wait, we need some music for you guys. Mr. Nazuhodo!
What on earth were you playing at just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at all along? My hypothesis! My amazing hypothesis! You've been picking holes at it from the start!
Well, you can watch him freak out. Bathroom break. Hello, everybody. Alright, shall we go? Mr. Hairbrain? You know, I had this weird revelation while I was in the bathroom. I was just sitting there and I was like, whoa. And then I kind of forgot what it was. It's been a strange day. Yeah, sorry about that. Was that revelation to... I did flush. But you promised me. You said that you proved that explosion was an accident, not murder. You say you keep my precious invention from falling into anyone else's hands. But all you've done so far is try to undermine me. Yes, I did make you a promise, you're right. I said that I believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. Baroque doesn't want to believe he did it, but also doesn't want to hurt his feelings. Don't worry, my friend. Everything you said is true. So you shall be going to jail now. But I also told you that I'm not a scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there? Ah, but if I just run through some equations. Yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence. I cannot hear you, I'm drawing a picture. Oh. Oh, no! I know some research scientists who are actually like this. Like, they don't particularly care about anything except, like, being right. And even worse, like, they sometimes, like, they will, even if they know they're wrong, they'll continue to fight on the side that they're right. Just for, like, almost ego purposes. It's a thing that happens a lot in science. You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster. Not just as a scientist, but as a human being. Well, that might be a little over the top. Just comb your hair and maybe you'll be okay. And while we're on the subject, what about Baroque? He's being awful. Claiming his old university friend to be claiming his old university friend to be a murderer, you mean? He's a disaster. Not as a prosecutor, but as a human being. Oh, but no, wait, he's the Viper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not as classified as a Homo sapiens anymore. Well, I'm glad that's cleared up. Can I double check something with you? Yes, the square root of pi! This kind of behavior can be the result of bad PIs as much as personal issues. That is true. Sometimes, you know, it's less the researcher's fault, more the director's fault, because the directors are being pushy, or they're pushing for a deadline, or they, like, will not accept certain work from, you know, the people that work with them. So whether it's PI or a director or whatever. The machine and the demonstration. They were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume. There was no trickery involved. You know, we happen to have a magician in the in the jury now that I think about it. I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn with the firm belief that science is the only future. So yes, it is true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet. But please, Mr. Naruhodo, you must believe in it. What is your hypothesis? Do you know what a hypothesis is? A hypothesis is an idea or a postulate that you do everything in your power to prove that is false before you accept that it's true. It's like, that's the whole scientific method, right? You guys remember the null hypothesis? You guys learned that in 6th grade? The scientific method? The idea is that you do everything in your power to prove it is false, and when you can't do that anymore, then it must be true. That's the null hypothesis, right? The initial hypothesis you make is that whatever you're saying is wrong. So it's like, what do you mean your freaking hypothesis hasn't reached? What the heck is that supposed to mean? You're literally saying something like, oh, I asked the question, but I'm right. All right, Professor. I understand. How's it going, y'all? I'm back from Texas. Counsel, defend it. Y'all out here playing with them doohickeys when the court's about to begin. Y'all get your ass in there, boy. Thank you, bailiff. It all hinges on the demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is as sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could have possibly killed the victim. This is one of your favorite cases? Yeah, you did say that. I'm curious to know why. But on the other hand, Mr. Sholmes was adamant. Null hypothesis is when I forget to initialize my variable and use plus equals and wonder why it doesn't combine. Yeah, that is kind of null. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't work. Guess I'm wrong. A practical implementation, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite impossible. Haha, I'm very smart. I know teleportation doesn't exist. What do I think about Sholmes? He lives rent-free in my head. Give me a moment. I gotta turn on the air conditioner. It's a little bit hot. All right, let's go. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels, are you ready for the new witness? The prosecution is ready, my lord. As is the defense, my lord. You sound very depressed, Mr. Naruhodo. That's because I am, sir. Well, I understand. Anyway, Lord Vanzix, I believe the next witnesses will demonstrate on the day in question with their own eyes. I saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. Is this Gina? Oh no. Oh no. Look, I love Gina, but not as a witness. I'm so cooked. Hey, this is the first time she's going to court and not being accused of murder. So the testimony we are about to hear can be considered highly reliable. If this is Gina, I think you might want to take back your words. Perfect. A detective of all people. Oh, that was sarcastic. Perfect. A detective of all people. The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Stance? Stance? It should be stance, right? Circumstances, right? It's stance, yeah. Gina ain't learned how to testify. I mean, Gina doesn't know how to read. I'm gonna remind you guys.
Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed the act of murder is the only other individual to be present on the stage, the accused.
How could you do this to me, Baroque?
Your hypothesis is very good.
Oh, thank you, Baroque.
So, bring forth your witnesses now.
What even is the defense's position? We don't really have a position. It's like, did the teleportation work? Did it not work? Like, are we saying that he stabbed, but are we saying it was an accident? Are we saying he's not guilty at all? It's like, what?
The witnesses whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally.
What the frick? What the frick? This kid. And then there's Gina. Oh, look, no, I'm on the stand, but I'm not guilty this time. Look, I get to make someone else to go be guilty. It's so fun, Naruto.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations.
Balthazar Loon. Balloon. His name is Balloon. My name is a Balthazar Loon. Oh, he's Italiano. Okay, wait. I need a quick warm-up. I am a Vanini! Oh, look, it's a Pinocchio! I am the impersonario of the hot air balloon in the vicinity of the experimental stage! Is this guy Austrian? Kinda German. Gott.
My name is Winston Gosted Sigmund Orstein. I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from me home in Bohemia.
There are so many accents in this one case. How old is this kid? Like 8?
I'm Vazivich.
Maybe it should be even higher.
I'm Vazivich.
Inspector General Scroll, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective. Even Sherlock Sholmes agrees. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I got to go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing. Gina again. But she didn't mention she saw the disaster in a balloon. I hate this. And she clearly loved every minute. You know what? Gina deserves to have a smile on her face for once. At the very end of the first game, we saw her smile literally once the entire time. She deserves this. She deserves to smile at other people suffering for once.
There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at the time and saw events unfold from the skies.
I'm a Venedig. You make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of circa 60 feet, very low. Well, you can't say nothing if you fly too hard, can ya? Oh, God, I don't understand what anyone's saying. About 18 mitres. Mitres. What's a mitre, guys? 60 feet, right? They mean feet, right? Mitra. No one uses that. What are they, dumb? Centimeters. Stupid people.
Thank you for your introductions. Now you will formally give your formal testimonies. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who had a vantage point on the stage.
Yeah, I hate paying for meter parking. It's the worst. The view from 60 feet. It was a terrible incident. Incidente terrible. Terribile? Terribile? I don't know. I'm only grateful that my balloons were not damaged. There's this huge bang from the stage, and the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. There was so many bang. Oh my god! From immediate smoke, a cage appears as though nowhere. The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone. It crashed into the crystal tower. I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near after it crashed into the tower.
Most extraordinary collective account. With very strange voices. What the heck is the streamer doing?
Could I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness's testimony I've not heard mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions.
More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places. Yes.
Why did nobody tell me this? I didn't need to do the stupid conjecture of, oh, maybe a balloon exploded, if they just told me that there was a balloon that exploded!
When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called birdcage that contained the victim disappeared, and a moment later, the second explosion, directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witnesses.
That's why you use helium.
The birdcage appeared at the site.
Wait, hot air balloons don't use hydrogen or helium, right? Wait, do hot air balloon? What type of air? No, they don't use any air. They just use hot air. It's just hot air, right? I'm just not going to think about this so hard.
The birdcage appeared at the site of the explosion subsequently to plummet down into the crystal tower.
I was very surprised. Suddenly, a cage appeared before my eyes, visa passing inside. The blast was so hot, I didn't want to miss a scene, so I kept my eyes wide. Balloon, please.
I love this kid.
I still have lots of money.
What the frick is this? He's like royalty, right? Or something like that? Like, or a noble?
Precisely who is this curious infant? I'm told he is a young noble of Bohemian royalty. Well, that answers that question. Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed in the Great Exhibition.
I feel like that disguise will get him very far.
Yeah, I am here in London on the sightseeing trip with the elementary school.
Wait, Holmes mentioned him in the first game, did he?
We will have the benefit of the child's point of view in the testimony.
Do we really need that?
when I remove me mask, this is what I look like.
Ah, yes, I see. A delightful face, I'm sure.
Yeah, everybody says so.
Great disguise. Wait, Holmes solved the case for this kid? That's hilarious.
The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts for the court. Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, until the arrival of the police, no one approached the Crystal Tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused who was with Mr. Asman on the stage could possibly commit the murder.
Wait, here's a question for you. There was a balloon that exploded, right? So that means other people died. Right? Are we not going to talk about, like, the other people's death? It's like we're only talking about the rich person's death? What the frick? What the frick?
We only care about the rich person, of course. Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution's views on the matter are quite clear. So, the defense's cross-examination now, please.
Yes, my lord.
That is why I am on the stand, because you only care about rich people.
It was a terrible incident. I'm only grateful that your balloons were not damaged. Wait, hot air balloons or like the balloon? Wait, what?
Hold it!
There were 3 balloons. Oh, right. He runs the balloons. There were 3 balloons on the stage. I understand. See. All the 3 of them. My bellissimi bambini. Bellissimi bambini. Oh, what are you looking at me for now, Rhodo? They're very popular, signor. Some people would pay £10 for one ride. Wait, £10. Wait, if £1,000 is 150,000, £10. So let's remove 2 zeros. That's still over £1,000. Holy frick! £10? That's more than my annual stipend.
£20 a month. £20 a month. That is me pocket money.
Poor Naruto. Royals have all the luck. I got up there for free, I did. I played the old, I work for Her Majesty's police card, you know? They just all love bashing him. If they're so popular, why would you only be operating a small number? Because if I have too many in the sky, they could all crash into one another. Oh, one another.
The operators for the balloons were decided by lots, with each operator manning a particular area.
See, and the zone above the public experimentation stage is most profitable. The other impresarios, they hate me.
Thank you, witness. That was a very strange elaboration. Perhaps we can hear more about what you actually witnessed.
Wait, was the balloon guy up in the sky as well?
Right, I can fill you in there, my lord. There's this huge bang, and then a bang, and then bang, so many bang.
Hold it!
So you actually saw the accident from the air?
Yo, it's amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Otto,
Being a liar's a mog's game. You should join the force and we can go flying together. You know me so well. Yeah, well, anyway, could you tell us exactly what you saw? Everything! We saw everything! Because we were up above it all! Yeah, a dodgy clove climbing up into the cage and a dodgy professor pulling on a lever! And that's what happened! And that's when there was that massive bang and the cage disappeared just like that!
You're describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe.
I didn't know what to make of it, but then there was another bang right in my ear! I looked round, and there was a huge great fireball right next to us in the sky.
That's Peter.
That's what he sounds like? Do we dare? Okay, fine.
Excuse me.
Master Guts, does your memory of the day differ?
My teacher at elementary school says that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use their full name.
Yes. What was it again? Orville Rettenbacher? It's just Bohemian Boy! It's just Bohemian Boy.
Wilhelm Kostres Sigmund Oystein.
Just the four names. The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark? Oh, get it right, Edo! It's Inspector Lestrade! Why is everyone giving him such a hard time? Why does everyone have a problem with how I address it?
That is not what I saw.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the second explosion, and it was right beside our balloon, that's true. But I'm sure.
Well, what I said in it? 1 minute there was nothing, and the next it was a massive explosion.
My teacher at elementary school says that when someone else is speaking, if you are rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable.
Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy? Oh my god, this trial!
Balloon, please. Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky.
A green balloon? You what? I never saw nothing like that.
Well, I did. I saw, and you can't say I did. I will complain to the council, and I will cry, and I will scream. My testimony is the truth. I am Bohemian Prince. You cannot say a lie. That is not allowed.
Playing the beating role, are ya? Typical rich man. Says the orphan who likes to remind people that she works. Let her have this! Let her have this, Naruhodo!
In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony in the interests of cordial
National relations between Great Britain and Bohemia. Okay.
It was not the skies that exploded. It was a green balloon.
Okay, tell me more about the green balloon, buddy. Okay, let's lead him on a little bit.
Hold it!
A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that?
Of course I am sure. I am proud Bohemian Prince. All the questions are making me boring.
I think you mean... Hey, he's ESL, man. Just let him have it.
English is very annoying. The language of me countrymen is far superior.
Bohemia. I'll let him have this.
Rago, it is very wrong to lie.
Lie?
Flying a balloon I never explored. For the same reason planet I never explored. It is illogical.
Please tell me that doesn't mean logical.
If you insult me, you insult all of Bohemia.
Madai.
They're Germanic? I think so, but I'm not sure where exactly they're located on the map.
I will have the army come and shoot all of your stupid balloon out of the sky. All of them. Balloon, please.
I hear you all, your highness. If only all international incidents were so easy. Oh, this is the worst. I freaking...
Central HRE. I don't know what HRE is. Now that peaceful relations have been restored in the courtroom, perhaps we can return to the testimony. Did you also see the moment that the cage materialized, Mr. Loon? Holy Royal Roman Empire. I see. Central Roman Empire. Okay, I kinda have like it's like there. Look, I have this map in my head, but I can't point it out because you can't see it. You love this. It's
I know. I did not see the explosion myself. However...
Wait, that's it? That's it? That's all we get from it? Wait, go back. There was a green balloon that was next to ours at the time. But we're not contradicting that. In fact, we do have evidence that there is a green balloon, but it's not like we were trying to contradict him. But let's keep going for now.
Hold it!
Did you see that actually happen?
No, in reality, I did not. I saw it after it hit the tower. There was a grand confusion around the stage. I ran to see what happened. I was terrorized, but one of my balloons had crashed.
Well, one of your balloons did crash if it exploded. I suppose they are his livelihood.
But when I looked up in the sky, all of my precious balloons were still there.
Wait, what? Well, so one of them exploded.
Oh, I saw it now. I saw it slam into the tower. After all, I am a detective now.
Then tell us what you saw, Inspector Lestrade.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay, tell me more.
Hold it!
Was it you who gave the order to keep the people away?
Use your head, Edo. How could it have been me? I was in a balloon.
Right.
So cool, I wasn't available. It was the big bull who had to lay over there. He would get kicked all over by the panicking spectators and he tried to eat off the sea. It was a real sight of hell, I can tell ya. I mightn't.
Poor Inspector Gregson.
So anyway, I couldn't see the cage that was causing smoke. And I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared on me wits.
Aw, at the end of the day, she's still a little girl. Keep it together, Inspector. The prosecution is really asserting that the demonstration was genuine. Or it was actually some kind of switch around trick. Oh, wait, the explosion. What if the thing in the balloon that exploded was the body double or the actual person? I'm not sure which one's which. that would mean that the victim was never actually on the stage. Yeah, so one or the other. The two explosions would have thrown everyone into watching into a panic. They need to find out more about what exactly the people saw. Alright, incident, the balloons were not damaged. There was this huge bang and then no bang. And then,
oh, if you be the second a green balloon.
And then we did this one. The cage crashed. It was a green balloon. Alright, so the question is this. Don't present that. Nah, I almost pressed present. There was a green balloon. Do I present this and try to confirm him? I mean, this is... usually this is objection, right? But this time around, we're confirming it. It was a green balloon. There's this huge bang and another bang and then a bang, 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 and a bang. We'll try this for now. Okay. Yes, I agree there was a green balloon.
Objection.
No, apparently they're like, no, that's not a green balloon.
Mr. Naruhodo! Why are you so stupid?
Sorry for being stupid, sir.
Wait, what?
Surely it's something... Would you care to mull over precisely what you find odd about that on your return journey to Japan?
No!
Rest assured, we should be happy to carry proceedings forward in your absence, Counsel.
You sound serious. I have to prove my worth. Poor guy. Oh, there's a huge bang. Okay. Your balloons were not damaged. It's like these two things contradict each other. I want them to acknowledge that. That was next to yours at the time. Do I present the fact that it's a weird one, but do I present this because in theory this balloon isn't actually here in the diagram? Right? It's weird.
Objection.
No! Can I just confirm that the green thing is correct? Wait, what did he say? Wait, does everyone have a different, Oh, there are multiple incorrect answer things. The last statement would seem as odds with the evidence.
It is your task to counsel to explain the somehows to the court, not the other way around.
It seems to jar, though, don't you think?
What I think is that this whole exchange has been extremely jarring, yes.
Okay, so they... There's a huge bang from the sky. There are multiple incorrect answer dialogues, and they look at... Oh, really? I didn't know. You're grateful that your balloons were not damaged, but your balloons were damaged? Okay, it is not the size, it was a green balloon. Yes, and thus the balloon was damaged. Wait, do I have to go back and press? Okay, so this boy says there was a green balloon that was damaged, so let's press him again.
Hold it!
There were 3 balloons.
See, all of them, they're very popular, senor.
10 pounds, that's a lot of 10 pounds. 20 pounds, haha, royals are lucky. I'm a royal detective, haha. If they're so popular, why are you only operating a small number? Because there's too many in the sky and they'll explode, and the operators were they were stupid. See, it's about most profitable. Other impressed there, they hate me, haha. Thank you, witness. I think the court is clear. Perhaps we should hear more. Yeah, all can for you in. Yeah, it's so cool. Okay, we're just gonna press this one again. Oh, so you actually saw it in the sky. Yeah. Detective gets to do. Amazing. Oh, no, it should be awesome. Oh, so amazing. Oh, yeah. Oh, tell me what you saw. Oh, yeah, everything. We saw everything because it's so cool. A dodgy cove, and it happened, and the cage, and there's appearance, and
why don't you describe depressed electricity?
I didn't know what to make of it. Banging in my ear and look round. There was a huge great fireball. And the cage, and what? And
The cage, and the description sounds like the moment after the beam. Haha.
oh, yeah, it's my bro. Oh, yeah, but that's the 20th century. Oh, wait. Oh. So the people actually saw the demonstration with their own eyes. I believe they really saw some miraculous taking place. Yeah, okay, great.
Oh, it's a dodgy sky exploit.
Wait, go back.
Oh, it's not a sky exploit, haha.
Green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm very sure I am a bohemian prince. All these questions.
I think you mean bored.
I am correct. English is bad.
Oh, no, don't lie. The flying balloon never explored. The same reason planet never explored. Logical. Ha! Oh, please tell me if you
It's so bohemia, haha. Might die, haha. Oh, it's so balloon all of them, haha. Balloon, please.
Okay.
Yes, now that peaceful relations, tell me more. Did you see the moment that the cage materialized?
Oh, no, I did not see the explosion myself, haha, but the cage fell from the sky. Did you see it actually happen?
No, in reality I did not hear. After hit the tower. It's a got confusion terrorized. Oh, no.
They are his livelihood.
I look at they're all still there, me precious balloons. I saw there was some tower and a detective now, so you could believe me.
Tell us what you saw.
Oh, yeah, I'm so amazing.
Anyone who's joining my stream for the first time is like, what the frick is this guy going on? The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone, and it crashed into the crystal tower. It fell from the sky like a stone, and it crashed into the crystal tower. So, in the previous diagrams, there was a balloon here, but now there's no balloon here. So, supposedly there's a balloon here, and it crashed down like, oh, it went, boom, like that, right? And it crashed into the crystal tower. It crashed in the crystal tower. So after he beamed, after it beamed, ostensibly he had been beamed the crystal tower. It shows an apparent stab wound to the chest. It crashed into the crystal tower. Right. I see nothing wrong with that. It crashed into the crystal tower. And then this one we already saw. Okay, so there's nothing we'll get further from pressing, which means we have to try to present something. It's not the sky that exploded, it was a green balloon that was next to ours. So now we've established that there was a green balloon. So you're grateful that your balloons weren't damaged. What if we say, but your balloon was damaged?
Objection.
Yeah! Mr. Loon, in your testimony, you said that all 3 of the balloons you had operated at the time were undamaged. Yeah, that is a weird one, but we got it. See, that is correct. If they had been caught in the explosion, it would have been terrible. Yeah, we had to establish, first we had to establish from the little kid that there was an exploding balloon, and then we can use that to contradict him. It's weird. But, I mean, whatever. I wonder if you might know what this is. I think it may be. See, part of a balloon, a burnt piece of the fabric of the envelope. Sorry, the envelope? Yes, it is the large round part of the balloon which becomes filled with the hot air. It is made from a very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want to rip it when you are in the sky. Just as I thought. This piece of cloth was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Master Gotts testified, a green balloon did explode. Ah! If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belong to you, Mr. Loon, then in your statement, they were all undamaged, clearly contradicts the evidence! Oh no! Me balloon! If a balloon exploded that day, why didn't the man say so? Oh, I am a magic.
Oh, Mr. Old Man, you like corn? Corn is my bread and butter.
The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after the explosion on the stage, the point of materialization shifted to an location occupied by a balloon, causing the balloon to explode. Yes, eminently plausible. An unfortunate traffic accident, as it were, but it changes nothing about the pertinent facts. This! I cannot accept this! I am a Vanini! I am a Balthazar Loon! Why not, Mr. Loon? You are suggesting that I am the liar, and the persons died in a balloon incident, eh? There is no need to get fired up. Van Zeeks, no! That is right, and I approve it. Balthazar Loon is not a liar. There was no such a balloon on the sky. It is not impossible. You're saying it's impossible. Why? This court has more important matters to discuss than the number of balloons that were operating that day.
Objection.
But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appears to have known anything about the other balloon until now. I am nitpicking. That's right. My lord. The defense calls for further testimony from Loon. I concur. Nitpicking is fun. It's imperative that we nitpick until the defense finds his not guilty verdict. Did I notice Loon's unique hat? Yeah, he has a little balloon on his head. Witness, give us supplementary testimony about the balloons you were operating. Ah, grazie, my lord. Alright, let's do this. As I said, Balthazar Loon is no liar. Every balloon I have in the sky will land safely. All three of my balloons were carrying passenger. If they fell into ground in explosione, what a catastrophe! Well, you can't get away from the fact there's a crow found sink, can ya? The couples at the yard reckon it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. This a stupid old ragazzo is mistaken. The balloon have a red and blue zigzag stripe anyway. Red and blue zigzag stripes, huh? So your assertion is that the balloon the child saw was not one belonging to you. Si, exactamente. I'm learning Italian today. I have to do more of this. Si, exactamente. Even if he saw the balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. This is a very bad for business. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia.
If you attack us, we will fight back. We will be won all out won. Balloon, please.
I can barely understand what I'm reading. What happened to War? Mr. Loon certainly doesn't appear to be lying. That doesn't change the fact that all the testimony and evidence are contradictory. You just noted Gotts balloon he bought from Loon. Yeah, it looks like the same. Yeah, it has the zigzaggy things.
If the defense is unable to find fault with the witnesses' statements, the court must consider them the truth. Think long and hard on that, my learned friend.
I mean, to be fair, two people are contradicting each other. The situation's clearly changed. I have to get to the bottom of what happened, no matter what it takes.
Counsel, please speak more clearly so that the people can understand what they're saying.
What do you mean? You think you cannot understand what I am saying? Just because I am Italiano doesn't mean you cannot understand me. Mr. Loon's balloons. Okay, he's no liar. Every balloon landed safely. Are you sure about that?
Hold it!
Hey, Ivy. You love this case? I love this case mostly because of how weird the characters are. This is one of the weirdest cases so far. What have we had? We've had wee ho ho Esmeralda to smells. We had I am Italiano Balthazar Loon. We have
Oh, I am Bohemian. Yeah, it's all down for.
we have it's Inspector Lestrange. We have Tobias Gregson. I'm slowly going insane in this one trial. This is just me talking to the many voices in my head. You couldn't have just forgotten one, maybe. Signor, I might not notice if I was given 100 lentils and one was missing. And now he's slowly becoming German. But we are talking about the 3 enormous balloons. Do you believe I could have made a mistake of something so grande and expensive?
I took the liberty of having Inspector Gregson check on this gentleman's warehouse. I have the report here. It clearly says a total of 3 balloons.
Exactamente!
It would appear there's no mistake being made.
Surely Miss Lestrade could have been sent for such a menial task. What? Me? You call me or Edo? I'll tell you what, I told boss, eat and kill like make it all count up. She can't read, and now she can't count. But the boss bought it and said he'd have to go himself in that case. And what do you mean I can't read? I can write the letter A and B. I'm still practicing my C. She's slowly learning the alphabet. The scene examining Barack's office. I know it's so good.
Hold it!
It would be quite a catastrophe if they fell to the ground, huh? This is an absolutely weird case. On that note, Mr. Loon, tell me, what is it that keeps the balloons in the sky? Are you an idiota? Sorry? That is like asking why does a candle burn bright? It burn bright because I burn bright, and a balloon fly because a balloon fly. That must be Italian for I don't know.
There are 2 types of flying balloons: hot air balloons and gas balloons. You see, air is not a gas. Hot air balloons work on the principle of hot air, whereas gas balloons work on the principle of being gas.
See, and my balloon is filled with the magic gas, I believe.
Hydrogen, lighter than air, but highly explosive.
Wait, he puts hydrogen in his hot air balloon? You know, the thing that has a fire under it?
Good lord.
I do not permit the smoking of the cigarettes in the balloon. The magic gas does not... But you have a fire right under... Even a small spark of static electricity could cause the entire balloon to explode. What is the matter with you, senor? All that comes out of your mouth is explosion! Explosion! I tell you, my balloons are perfectly safe. They have to be, or I cannot eat. None of my balloons exploded that day, I am completely sure. But if you still say what has happened, you must show me a proof. Alright, so he's insane. If none of them were damaged, I love his face. If none of them were damaged, this is my favorite face. Then what was the one that exploded? Alright, burnt up bit of cloth, huh?
Hold it!
I was surprised to find the piece of fabric at the scene, actually. Didn't you search the area surrounding the stage for clues? Yeah, I'm not even picking stuff up off the ground, mate. Are you sure, Gina? Always work out way better diving into people's pocket. I wish I hadn't asked that question. God damn. So much for the new career path. Mind you, the boss was on his hands and knees picking up all kind of rubbish off the floor. Thing is though, the cage went crashing into the crystal tower, it. So that's when most of the investigating would go on. Even so, I would have thought someone from Scotland Yard would have gathered this up as evidence. Cool, listen here. You stumble across a bit of balloon and suddenly you're the best investigator in the world. Pardon? Well, you ain't got a badge, have ya? Like this one. I could arrest you with this if I want. The power's gone to her head. She's too powerful. Come to think of it, there was some tourists scorching on the ground at a meeting we had in the investigation.
Hold it!
There was considerable damage to the stage and the surrounding area, wasn't there? Yeah, some of the other girls were walking in the experiment were caught in the blast and injured. Good job when the old contraption didn't kill over that. I hadn't even considered that. It seems there was a great panic after the incident occurred. Nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed a torn piece of the envelope from a balloon. Inspector Gregson can expect repercussions. Oh, poor guy. He's not even here and he's taking L's. Like me swiping all his fish and chips, eh? The man's sole pleasure. None of it is the matter. The scrap of balloon envelope means nothing. Niente.
Hold it!
The gumshoe salary, yeah. Gumshoe will never escape. You mean the color's wrong? Si, senor. I do not have any green balloon in my warehouse. And yet, a piece of green cloth was at the scene. Well, I do not know how that can be. For the sake of argument, let's say a green balloon did explode above the stage. You couldn't therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question. Why not? There had been recreational balloon flights all over Hyde Park, operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some earlier date. Unfortunate, as I'm sure you'd agree.
You believe it may have been some earlier...
Really? Really? That one piece of cloth was there for like days? See, exactamente, as the signora says. It is not from one of my balloon. Clearly this little ragazzo from Bahia. That's right, he's insulting you, kid. He's insulting you. Are you gonna take that?
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Master Gots?
Is Master Wiederheim Kostri Sigmund Orstein?
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, something is very wrong. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it. I swear all over Bohemia.
You cannot speak as much a bad language as you like, but it changes nothing.
Balloon, please.
If you do not have evidence, ragazzo. I assuming ragazzo means kid. Then I must tell your parents to punish you, eh? Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments.
Evidence. What is this evidence?
To give a simple example, young man. A photograph, for instance. Some tangible proof of what you claim.
Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph.
This freaking game. Oh, by the way, we had a photo all along. At this point, I just laugh at my pain.
Good gracious!
What? To be fair, you didn't ask. I hate this.
I had not been up in a balloon for a little while, so I was very excited.
Wait, he's been in a balloon more than once? Do you know how expensive a camera is? Freaking rich kids walking around with their iPhones. Yo, this guy out here taking 20th century TikToks.
I take a lot of photos of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemia exhibit, of the streets of London, of the hot air cellar, of the balloon.
And the instantaneous kinesis experiment. Does he realize how many light bulbs he probably has to go through? Because every single time he takes a picture, it explodes.
Yeah, one picture.
You did take one.
But I wanted to ride in a balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments.
Never mind that. Can you show us the photograph?
Of course. Then you will see. You will see that I am not lying. That I really seen a green balloon.
He can afford the light bulbs. Okay, where's the green balloon? I hate this game! I hate this game! We have a color photo here! We have... This British beta. This Britain hasn't been released for all players yet.
Well, I see you are too shocked to speak.
Yes, I think shocked indeed.
Balloon, please. Yeah, perhaps perhaps you cannot see that it was a green balloon from this photograph. But that is not my fault! That is the fault of the stupid person who makes the camera!
How dare he make one of the greatest inventions of all time? Early access. Wait, why is his crying accented?
Va! Va! I am a German crying! Va!
That is one very bohemian sounding cry.
Oh my god.
Very well, the court will accept it as evidence. Please shut up.
Oh my god, I hate this place.
It is not my fault. It is the fault of the person who makes the camera.
I believe Queen made a song about. I feel like it's not exactly about that, but you know, who knows? Oh man. Anyway, yeah. The other thing we notice is that there is like a laser beam that is being shot at this stupid balloon. That's like saying cries in Spanish. Yeah. Oh. Here we could see. What's his name? Here he is pulling the levers. Hairbrain. Weeps Italian. Yeah. So out of the smoke, somebody fired a homing missile at a balloon. Oh, there was no one in the balloon. That's a really important point. Which means supposedly it really wasn't one of his balloons. And more importantly. Wait, more importantly, the crossbow theory lives on. So, the crossbow just shot a laser arrow. instead of firing the screwdriver arrow, it just fired a laser arrow. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful sepia memories to take home. In any case, that's just the screwdriver arrow at high speed. When exactly do you take the photo?
Well, it was on the day of the big explosion.
You don't say.
When I pressed the shutter release, there was this loud bang, and a hot wind washed over me face.
Honestly, he's lucky that they weren't injured, because the residual should have blown up their balloon as well. The photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred. Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. That's how he... Oh yeah, he has an injury, huh? I could not give the flying fig. Spaghetti. Lovely language you've picked up. As I thought, Mr. Loon's testimony doesn't quite add up. The young bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth balloon, but Loon bohemiantly denies. It's hard to imagine the man changing up the number. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure. Maybe it wasn't his balloon. Every balloon I had landed safely. All three of the balloons were carrying passengers. Yeah, exactly. So here. And from here, we can see that there are indeed no passengers.
Objection!
Unfortunately, the photograph Master Gotts took can't tell us what the color of the balloon was, but can tell us something else. Something critical. What? It shows that the pictured balloon wasn't carrying any passengers. Oh, my goodness, you're right.
But surely all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in it otherwise.
Ah, see, they are for pleasure, for seeing the view. Oh, wait. My balloon only fly with the passengers. Which tells us the pictured balloon isn't one of them. So when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the sky, above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon! Look at the mouse going,
Yeah, that's right. You got him, Naruhodo. You can do it. Yeah, you're amazing, man. You got this.
I know nothing, niente. I can only tell you one thing. If this balloon was not a carrying passenger, it was another one of mine. Look at his balloon slowly exploding.
Objection!
There are illegal tradesmen everywhere you care to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur decided to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition and managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Loon's patch without him realizing. See, the competition! They try to steal my profits! There's like 20 balloons in the air, and they're all filled with hydrogen. And we're gonna have fireworks going on. I did not notice because the experimentio that went wrong on the stage. This fourth balloon exploded at the same moment Mr. Asman was beamed. Right, so them scraps that fell to the ground after, they left them scorch marks. They didn't come from the stage at all. It was bits of balloon raining down. Because no one was in it, no one can get no attention. A mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers, silently floating over the experimentation stage. This photograph shows us nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly it has nothing to do with the case.
Its relevance does elude me, I must say.
The court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already.
The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded.
He's just reading a newspaper. Really? Have we really gotten to the truth yet? No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up, and not in our favor. What else can this photograph tell us? Is there nothing more we can learn from it? There's more!
Objection!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait. Please don't give your decisions yet. The photograph from Master Gotts may well be hiding one more vital clue.
What the?
I forgot this guy's voice. A vital clue?
Objection!
We're well past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now. Tell the court. Wah! Waluigi. Wah! I'm a Waluigi. What exactly does this alleged clue in the photograph prove? The cause of the explosion. We can reasonably assume that the pictured balloon was destroyed in the searing heat of the explosion.
Yeah, that is right. That was not me fault.
Evidently, because the birdcage from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon had been filled with flammable hydrogen, instantly and explosively ignited.
Objection!
No, that's wrong. What? Sore wachi gao yo.
It would appear that this photograph requires closer examination. Counsel, you will highlight the location of the clue.
Of course, my lord. If you look closely, it's plain to see. It's plain to see! Dang it, now I'm in Danganronpa 3. What's shown is linked to another piece of evidence. He does feed the mouse, does he? And the clue that heavily suggests the real reason the balloon exploded is this laser beam.
Take that!
The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a bright white line that appears to be pointing directly to the balloon. Most likely a ray of light caught incidentally on the film.
I'm afraid I can see nothing of the sort.
If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of this bright line really is. Oh, do we have a magnifying glass?
What is that? Undeniably some flash of light. Oh, undeniably some flash of light.
Oh, golly. Do you think it might be lightning?
Really?
But it couldn't have been a finer day.
Wah! I believe we may be looking at the fire. Wah! I'm a Waluigi.
A bolt of fire headed straight for the balloon, like an arrow. Indeed. Even to my aging eyes, it would appear to be a flame of some sort. Are you suggesting the flame struck the hydrogen gas that filled the balloon?
Objection!
That's absurd. The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at that time. No flame could possibly have reached such a height.
Objection!
Unless you had a massive crossbow. Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals how exactly it happened.
What evidence? If such evidence exists, Counsel, then for goodness sake, present it, man! What evidence explains this mysterious streak?
Take that!
This was found hidden at the foot of a small ornamental tree near the scene.
Good lord, is that a crossbow?
An arrow dipped in oil and set alight could have been shot from this weapon. Okay, so now it's a flaming arrow. It might as well be a laser arrow. Have you guys never played Power World? Sent a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon.
Are you suggesting that crossbow was used deliberately?
Blimey, you're right! That stream of light at the photo looks just like an arrow, don't it? And then the explosion of the balloon was...
I never did use poison and fire arrow. Neither did I, honestly. Very likely the result of a flaming arrow from the crossbow, igniting the hydrogen gas.
No!
Wait, no.
It's like, oh god! I haven't taken a drink for 30 minutes. Order! Counsel, this is an extraordinary supposition.
If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question.
The noise of the discharge, of course.
That's right! By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently.
Well, no, not exactly. It kind of makes a whoosh sound, so it won't be silent, but nobody will really hear it, so I don't know why I brought that up. But with the big explosion, there was a bigger panic.
I don't like this. I should be pleased to have found a new plausible explanation for all this. But somehow, something feels wrong.
Objection!
Do you understand the implications of what you're saying, my Nipponese friend? If a flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, it would have obviously exploded. And then the birdcage appeared from the cloud of smoke.
What? Wait a minute? Are you really saying it? I don't get it. Was the birdcage beamed up into the sky after all? Or what?
My goodness me.
Now I understand. That's what the sinking feeling is all about. It's time to undermine our client. I think there's a good chance that the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along.
What? Did I just hear that correctly, Counsel?
There's no going back now. The horse is bolted! Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy. but you gotta know the truth. The experiment didn't work, man. Also, then that means somebody really planned this out. Let's assume that the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon. On the stage, when the experiment started, the birdcage in the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, the flaming arrow was fired. It went pew and then pop. And from amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared. You know what's crazy? Would it not have been easier just to put the birdcage in this little basket? They put it inside the balloon in anticipation of the fact that someone might take a picture, maybe? That's pretty crazy. I think you'll all agree it's entirely plausible that what I've just described is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment! I... Good grief!
Objection!
This is ludicrous. What you've described is no science experiment. It's child's play. No offense to Wilhelm Gottfried Ostein over there. It's a display of stage magic.
Both Mr. Sholmes and Iris said the experiment was scientifically impossible, and I trust a 10-year-old little girl over a 33-year-old genius inventor any day. In which case, this is the only way to explain what happened.
And in any case, the victim's body was found inside the crystal tower. If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that?
Maybe he was already dead in the balloon. Well.
If I may put a word in as a man of magic myself. While Luigi says apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by simple deception.
Juror number 3.
All that would be needed is a doppelganger.
Like we suggested. Or like I suggested at first, nobody else suggested that before me because I'm very smart.
And having this other man on the stage in front as a body double.
Yes, of course. So in fact, Mr. Asman must have had a twin, and he was hiding inside the balloon.
Objection!
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside would be scattered to the winds when it...
That's a good point. You wish we were here. No, you never suggested that. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a good point. Why isn't he burnt up then? That's a really good question. Why isn't he burnt up? Look at how big his mustache is.
No one would ever have embarked on such a risky venture. Not necessarily. The explosive force of the balloon gas would very much depend on the mixture rate.
Oh, thank you, juror number 4.
Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases as helium as well.
So you guys already knew about helium. Why didn't you just use helium? Yeah, 3 and 4 are totally carrying.
Helium on its own doesn't explode. By controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive force can be altered. The mixture ratio.
Which means someone with good scientific knowledge.
Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns that would be unavoidable.
Helium's probably more expensive. That's a good point.
But not to such an extent to render this whole obscene charade impossible. Stop destroying my theory, science people.
So everything that happened can be explained. Logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. You like these jurors? Although I will say, right, these jurors are the exact reason why I don't particularly like the jury system. Because wouldn't it be better to have experts judging a case instead of some random people. Like, let's ask ourselves, what is Corn Boy doing? What do you mean? I'm just eating my core here. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred.
Well, goodness me.
If we accept that this is what happened, the victim, Mr. Asman, was never present on the public experimentation stage to begin with. I mean, in our current jury system, jurors aren't allowed to make arguments. So it's like, it's so weird to have like the jury just randomly. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, it's not random. At the end of the day, the jury selection does occur. It's so complicated. In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant, who was on stage in full view. Ah! Look at a little kid on the box.
That's right, Naruhodo, you did a good job.
Thanks, Mouse. This will be very hard for the prosecution to counter. Lord Van Zees can't credibly maintain that the Professor Harebrained is a suspect now. No, Harebrained, no, stop, no, stop, please, stop. Mr. Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you. Professor, don't do it. Don't do it. Objection! The witness is clearly in contempt in court. I demand that the witness be held in contempt. But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please. Sorry.
What's all this about, Mr. Harebrained?
I, Albert Harebrained, hereby confess.
You know, if this okay.
That was me. Who stabbed Mr. Odi Asman?
Please stop. Man, you got no science.
Yes, it was me. It was my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver.
What are you doing? How guilty do I want to look today?
Hold on! Defendant, explain this!
Objection!
Man of science, are you not a man of science? What are you talking about?
It's what I said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine. You stand there and claim it was all a trick, an elaborate prank, but where's your proof? No. You have to examine the machine if you want to prove it, but then it will be all over. My beautiful hypothesis will be laid bare. I mean, the indignity of it all.
It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build the machine. Why don't we ask the engineer? Maybe you were duped.
But
What do you want?
I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it.
Objection? This could be coercion?
So, please, ensure that the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act is adhered to protect my creation.
But if you're accused of murder... Oh, he's trying to get a special exception for his machine. God damn it. Buddy, are you not a man of science? Come on.
I always win. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical juncture. Here's to my learned Nipponese friend.
What?
And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in the light of the accused's confession.
Buddy. I've already been kicked out of court like once, man. And I have to get this case of all cases. Freaking. Can't we just have a case where Gina is accused and then I prove her innocent?
Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of the machinery in order to establish the truth. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed, and the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved.
And also, you broke another glass, Mr. Van Ziggs. This is coming out of my salary again, isn't it?
I like to imagine that's his apprentice.
Mr. Van Ziggs, please stop breaking glass.
Well, counsel, what is the defense's position?
We don't have a position. No matter what we do, we lose. I mean, the only thing you can do is if we cannot convince Hairbrain to take back his confession, then we do what our client requests of us. But we should at least try to convince him that this is the wrong answer. There's no way to do that without implying that the professor is guilty. Do I protect my client's life or uphold my client's request? Either way, I can't avoid betraying him.
You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade? Actually, sweating's my trade, sir. Or has all knowledge of English escaped your confused...
Ah! Nan desu ka? Nan desu ka? Sumimasen! Wakaranai! Wakaranai yo! Where do you stand? Italian maple floors, y'all. Take it, get out of here. No habla inglés. Mr. Naruto. Mr. Naruto. There's no escape. I have to make a choice. But it's impossible. I have to give up something. What? The defense asserts that oh, he's still talking while his head's in... Oh, poor guy. At the very least, try convincing him first. If we do not have the option to convince him, at the end of the day, I have to uphold my client's request, because that's my job. My job is to defend my client. But what does that even mean anymore? I don't even know what that means anymore. What does it mean to defend your client? There's no... Okay, Hairbrain. At the end of the day, my job is to work for my client, right? But or is my job to work for the law? I don't know. I think I have to acknowledge my client's request. No, but that also means if he's guilty, then the actual killer gets away with it. What is my job here? I don't know. I should defend. You think I should defend my client's innocence? Okay. Sorry, Professor Hairbrain. But my job is to work for the law. Ah! Come on. I can't say it. My client places faith in me. I just can't let him down. Ah! That is true. Not all clients know what's in their best interest. That is a good point. What must I give up on is not the question you have to ask here. It's what can I protect?
Hello again, Mr. Naruhodo. It's been far too long.
Susato-san? But what are you? Ah! Never mind. I didn't miss you at all. That's my first Susato takedown in 6 months.
There'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand.
But my head hurts now. Oh, there are no, you were right, there are no penalty markers. I didn't even notice that. What? We're just working out what not what I can give up on, but what I can protect. I will protect Iris! I will protect you, Susato-san! Oh, welcome back, Susato! Japanese suplex. I learned that from Soseki Natsume. For some reason, he was wearing a dress when he taught me. Professor Hairbrain.
Yes.
Yesterday, you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth, too. Oh, get him, boy!
Yes, of course.
And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asman. I think you've come to realize something yourself, too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must now both pursue. Yeah! Oh, my leg! Well, no, don't worry, that bottle was empty. You finally opened your eyes. What? Was that a racist joke, Van Zeeks? What the frick? As for you, Albert, you cannot ignore this any longer.
Yeah.
Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say?
Barak.
Lord Van Zeeks.
Gosh, I have no idea what's going on right now. In truth, there is one thing. Something I remember that's of relevance.
What?
On the day it happened, just before the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding the crossbow.
Yeah, I think he is trying to help us. I beg your pardon. Professor. Did that man have any distinguishing features?
Yeah, he had hair. And shoes.
What did he look like? Yeah. Maybe he is trying to help Albert. And I don't know. I don't know if he hates Japanese people. He still kind of hates Japanese people. Maybe, maybe not.
At all.
Oh, right.
Yeah, taller than me, and thinner than me, with straight hair, straight and whiter than me.
This whole trial is Ryunosuke and Barak trying to convince Albert that science doesn't exist.
Let me see. One less lens than me, a monocle. Rather stylish black monocle. But one thing in particular would help positively identify the man. You see, I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer.
Oh, gee, Manakyn. Remember when you suggested that we should investigate the engineer? Nah, I don't remember. You never said that, Manakyn. Why did nobody think of that? Nobody ever listens to me. Nobody. What? You built the machine?
That's right. Mr. Asman introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of Enoch Drebber.
Enoch Drebber? Enoch Drebber. Too bad no one Yeah, too bad! You listened to my theory. Thank you. Someone acknowledges it. Enoch Drebber? Enoch Drebber? I have no idea what the pun is.
Wah, Enoch
Drebber? Do they know him?
Does the name mean something? The members of the jury seem flustered. Not a name any scientist wishes to hear. That man is an abomination.
It's not a pun? Oh.
Not any name that Kanye wishes to hear. Wah!
Oh, it's from Holmes. Knock an arrow. No, I don't think so. Oh, it's from the Holmes universe. I see. Who on earth is he? I don't actually know that one.
I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in the scientific circles with that name. There's talk of other flamboyant experiments that turn out to be nothing but stage trickery. Obviously, that rascal is after the government's research grant money. When magicians are in need of money, I hear them resorting to underhand tactics. Luigi. Some acquaintances with experience have mentioned Enoch Drebber. The man is both an engineer and a magician. We're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. That's Enoch Drebber for you.
Well, I'm certainly glad we decided to investigate the engineer. Also, welcome back, Susato. My darling. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Arcane, and I know you know this from experience just as I do. This is exactly why it is so difficult to get research grant money from the government. This is exactly why. Because there is so much trickery. And sometimes it's not even trickery. Sometimes it's just people embellishing their results. Sometimes it's just like people accidentally making a mistake, and then so much money goes into something that doesn't work because the person was stupid and they forgot to, they forgot to write a multiplication sign somewhere or something. Or a plus sign.
So it's true then? My invention, my great machine was just a grand illusion.
Considering what we've just heard about Mr. Drebber's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely.
Even though no one else believed it, I wanted to.
Oh, wait, so if literally no scientist believed it, maybe you should reconsider just a little bit. Like, I get it. Sometimes scientists don't believe things, and sometimes it turns out to be true. But maybe you should, double check that, okay?
I want to believe that the machine would function exactly as my hypothesis.
Which is why you are so opposed to it being investigated, I presume. Maybe to an extent he didn't even believe it, so he didn't want to investigate and find out that he was wrong. I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give away my hypotheses. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, than a work of deception, then everything I worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life will be over. I'm gonna be honest, buddy. You might not want to be a researcher. It's not always all that fun. I was terrified at the prospect. So you really had no idea, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built. And the true nature of Mr. Drebber. Honestly, this hits me a lot harder than you might realize. As somebody who has been in the field of academia and also been tricked by questionable research before, this does hit me really hard. I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it. It's entirely possible that Mr. Asman and Mr. Drebber are working together to use you as a means to fraudulently acquiring the research money. Then I announced my invention to the crowd that day. It was the finest moment in my career. Yeah, nowadays nothing gets invented. By the way, for those of you who don't know, nowadays nothing really gets invented. Not like the old 1700s glory stories of like, oh, I put together a whole bunch of things and eventually the light bulb worked or something like that. Nothing gets invented nowadays. Nowadays you have put like huge amount of work into researching something. And then after you've researched something and you proved an idea to be true, that's like 5% of the actual thing. Then after that, you go into a company and then that company does R&D. And then after that, you kind of like cut a whole bunch of things that aren't practical. And then in the end, you get like 2 cameras on your iPhone instead of 1. And that's your invention. Yeah, nowadays, research moves in a very different way. As someone who is never wrong, you've never been tricked? Of course. Then the smoke started billowing out. I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore. Is gravity real? Is 2 + 2 4? Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Honestly, one of the most discouraging things is if you spend a whole bunch of time researching an idea, and it turns out you're wrong, because that happens a lot in grad school. That pretty much happens to everyone, which is why sometimes it takes grad students so long to graduate, because sometimes you're just barking up the wrong tree. It happens, and it sucks. And I really feel this because it does hurt, man. It's like he spent probably 4, 5, 6, 8, maybe even 10 years trying to research this idea, and it's like, oh, no, you're wrong. Sorry, everything you work towards is completely pointless. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the SDSEA? I'm not saying that whole thing again. Yes, please go ahead. I'm very sorry. Oh. Hey, Hairbrain. Don't give up, man. Don't give up. Teleportation might not be a thing, but you'll work on something else. Sometimes pieces of the theory can still help. Maybe the teleportation thing you'll go into chemistry and you'll realize that electrolysis can actually work with metals and whatnot. You ran something for half a summer without improving a resolution on the first week. Yeah, it sucks, man. It really sucks, man. I will say you're lucky because you only wasted half a summer.
It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day. Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. The court has newly been aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical. Yes, Mr. Drebber. Gather information about the man if possible. I should like him served with a subpoena.
I never said I finished it. Well, lucky you.
With pleasure, my lord.
You still have hope, lucky you.
Now, counsel for the defense.
Yes, my lord.
When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you. Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime he presently stands accused.
I understand.
And also, I would look forward to seeing that little girl throw you again. That was really funny. Ha ha!
I'm glad you enjoy my pain, my lord. I'm glad you enjoy my pain, lord.
Good. In that case, court is adjourned.
of October. The old baby. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Mr. Nazuhodo.
Yes?
I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, has it ever happened to come to this? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you really have no idea, Professor, about what Mr. Drebber was up to when he was really constructing?
Naturally. The machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis, of all my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it.
Alright, in that case, I won't say any more. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands, so we'll do as much investigating as we can before the trial resumes.
Well, thank you for doing so much for me. I'm so happy! I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo.
Arriving late?
Didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive.
Postcard? What postcard?
I hid it from you, Ryuno, so it would be a surprise because I'm a little gremlin!
Freaking Iris! Thank you, Iris!
Well, did it work?
I was surprised, especially when she threw me to the ground.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that
It's sort of... I'm so glad that your gut reaction is to throw me. Maybe we can stick to more traditional displays of emotion.
That's what you call a tsundere! Isn't that right, Naruhodo? Susie's train was late in London, Victoria this morning. But we made the coachman really whip the horses hard. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself.
Urlock, it's totally Urlock's fault. Well, I'm glad you didn't.
Oh.
Having you at my side gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm, delighted to see you back in London.
Oh. You're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here. I hope I can continue to be of service to you.
Of course. So, what brought you back? Did Professor Mikotoba not protest?
Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? I I hit all the postcards! It would be a scavenger hunt!
Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait. Susato was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy this made me feel, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take on yet another extraordinary turn. Will Naruhodo solve Iris's scavenger hunt? Find out next time. This stupid game. This freaking game. This was the stupidest chapter. I hated it. I think I slowly went insane throughout this. You can't wait for next stream. I can't wait for next stream either. Oh my god. Yeah, and I'm so glad I got to stream all the way to the end today. It was definitely a bit of a... It was a trip, that's for sure. But oh my god. Whew. I so did. Oh my god. I hated this chapter. This was such a good chapter. I got to have so many weird... You guys got to see me talk to all the little voices in my head. God, there were so many weird voices. I told you this was a weird one. You gotta go. Thanks so much for coming, Kiyoma. Don't forget that the next game we're going to be playing after Phoenix Wright. I think we still have 2.5 more chapters, but after Phoenix Wright, or not Phoenix Wright, British Phoenix Wright. After this, ow, pain. After this, we're going to be doing some Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I know you guys will love that as well, because it's also very silly. Also, yes. Yeah, so don't miss out on that one either when we start doing that. Yeah. You saw someone play it? Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Yeah, but I gotta get dinner. I actually have to go really right now because I want to head out to a new restaurant and it closes at 9, so I have about an hour. So I'm gonna probably end here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Do you have any questions for me? I'll see you all next time. Where is the ending screen? Frick, where's the... Look, I'm really tired, guys.